we have a lot of souls. A lot of people are being killed. Last month we had 27,000 people killed in that ridiculous war that should have never happened. It would have never happened to every person.
Have you spoken to people?
I have, yeah. I've spoken to them. They're doing well. Ukraine's got some difficult little problems. There's some difficult problems. But I think Russia would like to see it end, and I think Ukraine, I know Ukraine would like to see it end.
You said that Ukraine has a lot of problems.
We have a corruption situation going on, which is not helpful.
Is that impeding the peace talks?
I said it was going on for 3 years, right? And I say 3 years, I said it was, I was way ahead of schedule. But I think that there's a good chance we can make a deal.
Mr. President, on Venezuela, can you tell us more about why the airspace above Venezuela should be considered closed?
Because we consider Venezuela to be not a very friendly country. They sent millions of people, really, and probably a number in excess of that. And a lot of those people shouldn't be in our country, from jails, from gangs, from drug dealers, all of the people that came into our country shouldn't have been in our country, causing a lot of problems. And drugs.
Does your warning mean that an airstrike is imminent, or should we not read it that way?
Don't read anything into it.
The New York Times reported that you had a phone call with Andriy. Did you?
I don't want to comment on it. The answer is yes.
And can you tell us a little bit
No,
about
I can't do that.
Would you say it went well?
I would say it went well, badly.
You think so?
Can you talk a little bit about the strikes and the controversy around Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth?
I don't know anything about it. He said he did not say that, and I believe him.
So you don't know if there was
You
a
never heard the two men?
second strike to kill the two men?
He said he didn't do it. He said he never said
Would
it.
you be okay with that if he did?
He said he didn't do it, so I'd have to make that decision.
What do you
It was
Republican?
so clear how you wasn't keep drugs out of the U.S.
Right.
Can you explain more about why you were burning a notorious drug trafficker?
Well, I don't know who you're talking about. But
Juan Fernando Hernandez.
well, I was told I was asked by Honduras, many of the people of Honduras, they said it was a Biden setup. I don't mean Biden, but Biden didn't do it a lot. But it was the people that surround the resolute desk, surround Biden when he was there, which was about very little time. And the people of Honduras really thought he was set up, and it was a terrible thing. He was the president of the country, and they basically said he was a drug dealer because he was the president of the country. And they said it was a Biden administration setup. And I looked at the facts, and I agreed with them.
What evidence would you share that he was set up, that he
Well,
wasn't?
you take a look. I mean, they could say that you take any country you want. If somebody sells drugs in that country, that doesn't mean you arrest the president and put him in jail for the rest of his life.
Mr. President, can I just clarify? Do you think the
That
U.S.
includes this country, okay? To be honest, I mean, if somebody does something wrong, you put the president of the country in jail. They said it was a Biden setup. It was a Biden administration setup. And you have a big race going on this week, next week. I think it's going to be a very important race. It'll be interesting to see Honduras. That's what you're talking about, right?
Correct, yes.
Mr. President,
Yes,
what
ma'am.
exactly is the point of going to Moscow and to accept some sort of deadline?
Well, what is the second part of your question?
Do you want like to tell Putin here is my deadline?
No, I don't have a deadline. I have a deadline when the war is over. And hopefully the war is going to be over. 27,000 people killed last week. 27,000 over the last 3 or 4 weeks. 27,000 people killed. That war should end.
President, just for clarity, if there, on the Venezuela boat strike, if there were a second strike that killed wounded people even in the first strike, are you thinking that would be legal? You think that's illegal?
I don't know that happened. And Pete said he did not want that. He didn't even know what people were talking about. So we'll look into it. But no, I wouldn't have wanted that. Not a second strike. The first strike was very legal. It was fine. And if there were 2 people around, but Pete said that didn't happen.
Does that make you?
I have great confidence.
He's saying there's no second strike.
I don't know. I'm going to find out about it. But Pete said he did not order the death of those 2 men.
Do you have any concerns about how those boat strikes have been carried out at all?
Very little, because you can see the boats, you can see the drugs in the boats, and each boat is responsible for killing 25,000 Americans. So, and they're doing an amazing job. And you know, we're getting, you just look at the numbers. The amount of drugs coming into our country by sea is infinitesimal compared to what it was just a few months ago.
What immigration here?
And each boat, think of this, each boat on average is responsible for the death of 25,000 Americans.
On immigration, your administration made a lot of moves throughout the last few days after we know that Afghan national is the suspected shooter of these national guards.
People that shouldn't be in our country. That's right.
So you announced that asylum.
And that includes Somalians and plenty of others.
How long has your administration been to pause asylum interviews?
I think a long time.
Can you give any
We
kind
don't
of time?
want, we don't want those people. We have enough problems. We don't want those people.
Is that a year, 2 years?
No time limit.
And then
But it could be a long time.
you said that
We don't want those people. You understand that?
I understand.
You understand it?
I understand.
Who are you with?
Organization.
News Nation. Great. Let me just say this. We don't want those people. Does that make sense? You know why we don't want them? Because many of them are no good, and they shouldn't be in our country.
What do you mean by those people?
People from different countries that are not friendly to us, and countries that are out of control themselves. Countries like Somalia that have virtually no government, no military, no police. All they do is go around killing each other. Then they come into our country and tell us how to run our country. We don't want them.
How many countries roughly?
You got to talk up.
She said how many?
How much countries? Is there a list?
Well, I guess we gave you 19, right?
Okay.
There's probably more than that.
Is that what you mean when you mean third world countries, those 19?
No, I don't think they're all third world, but in many cases they are third world. They're not good countries. They're very crime-ridden countries. They're countries that don't do a good job. They're countries that don't register from the standpoint of success. And we, frankly, don't need their people coming into our country telling us what to do.
When you talk about
And I'm talking about like Somalia, where you have a congressman goes around telling everybody about our Constitution, and yet she supposedly came into our country by marrying her brother. Well, if that's true, she shouldn't be a congressman, and we should throw her the hell out of our country.
Off of that, in that same post, you mentioned Tim Walz, and you called him, what many Americans do find indefensible or retarded. Do you stand by that claim and call Tim Walz retarded?
Yeah, I think there's something wrong with it. Absolutely. Sure.
Mr. President.
You have a problem?
Mr. President.
You know what? I think there's something wrong with it. Anybody that would do what he did, anybody that would allow those people into the state and pay billions of dollars out to Somalia. We give billions of dollars to Somalia. It's not even a country because it doesn't function like a country. It's got a name, but it doesn't function like a country. Yeah, there's something wrong with Walls.
Mr. President, you said that you might denaturalize some Americans who things. Can you talk
You
about
mean people that are in here that shouldn't be here?
that became Americans?
Well, we'll see. I mean, yeah, we have criminals that came into our country and they were naturalized maybe through a fight with somebody that didn't know what they were doing. If I have the power to do it, I'm not sure that I do, but if I do, I would denaturalize absolutely.
What do you mean by
You have a question?
What do you mean by reverse migration?
It means get people out that are in our country, get them out of here. I want to get them out. We got a lot of people in our country that shouldn't be here, and they came in through Biden, and he was the worst president in the history of our country. But the single biggest thing he did was allow millions of people into our country that shouldn't be here. Drug dealers, prisons were opened up and allowed to come into our country. You take a look at the people that were allowed to come into our country. We're paying a big price for it, and we will for years to come, including the recent killer of two wonderful National Guards people. And I'll tell you what, that animal should not have been allowed to come into our country. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. I have spoken to both families. Well, I mean, I can give you an update. They're devastated. Does that make sense to you? They're devastated.
Can you give us an update on Mitchell?
Well, as you know, one is no longer with us. And Andrew is fighting for his life. And his parents are unbelievably great people, highly religious people. And they're praying, and they want everybody to pray for Andrew. And he has a chance to make it. But he is, his mother and father, they were so unbelievable. They were so positive. From West Virginia, great state. I spoke with Sarah's parents, too. The only thing I can say, they were devastated. They can't even believe it.
It's absolutely established. Those are children to play the group elections to the White House.
Yeah, I do. I've already suggested it. I said, when you're ready, it's a tough thing. Come to the White House, we're going to honor Sarah. And likewise, with Andrew, recover or not, we're going to honor.
I do have one more question about Witkof, because you mentioned, and this was asked previously, can you tell us what day Witkof is going to be? And then on that, is that
Sometime next week.
Okay, is it early next week, late next week?
Sometime next week.
And can you
Was it on healthcare because it's so hard to
Yeah. You know, one of the reasons that healthcare can work is because of what I just did with favored nations. You're going to have drug prices coming down 500, 600, 700% because of me. In other words, we're going to have the lowest drug prices, tied for the lowest drug prices anywhere in the world. It's called favored nations, and you don't talk about it. It's probably the biggest thing to happen in medicine in the last 100 years, and it can have a huge impact, positive impact on pricing for healthcare.
Are you any closer to that
what about
decision
extending
on
the-
picking a new Fed chair? Are you any closer on that right now?
I know what I'm going to pick.
Kevin has it.
I'm telling you, we'll be announcing it. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Mr.
This is a
President.
rocky
It's
fight.
a rocky one.
We're going to get out of here before something happens. But they asked about my MRI. MRIs are very...
Governor Walz asked you to release the MRI, right?
Will you tell us what it was
Governor
for?
Walz, you mean the incompetent governor? So if they want to release it, it's okay for me to release it. It's perfect.
What was the reason?
It's like my phone call where I got impeached. It's absolutely perfect. So if you want to hear about it or if you want to release it, do you want to have it released?
Yes,
News Nation, failing News Nation. News Nation is doing lousy, by the way. But if you want to have it released, I'll release it.
Will you tell us what they were looking at?
Who want to release it?
No. What part of your body was the MRI looking
I
at?
have no idea. It was just an MRI. What part of the body? It wasn't the brain because I took a cognitive test and I aced it. I got a perfect mark, which you would be incapable of doing. Goodbye, everybody. You too. Thank you.
Jelajahi cara baru mendapatkan informasi. Download MetroTV Extend sekarang.